Hey guys, welcome to the third part of Flutter tutorial for beginners. In the last part, I have covered basics of Dart which you should know to be able to write your own Flutter apps. In this part, I will tell you how to create a new Flutter project and give you an overview of widgets. You can use Android Studio or Visual Studio Code as per your preference. I will use Visual Studio Code. If you haven't set up your Flutter and Visual Studio, then I will recommend you to check my previous videos in which I have told you how to do so. Link to the playlist will be in the description. Once again, a gentle reminder, even if you are intermediate or advanced Flutter dev, your tips for beginner is highly appreciated in the comments. To create your Flutter project in Visual Studio Code, just press Ctrl Shift P and then type in Flutter and you will see bunch of options. You will have to click on this new application project and it will ask for the folder where you want to create a project. I will create my project in E program files, just where I keep all my projects. And now you have to name your project. I will name my project flutter underscore tutorial. Excuse me, just give me a minute. Yeah, okay, I have this. Okay, now since I have this, I will name it Flutter Tut 1. And now just press enter and give it few minutes to create your project. You can see what is going on here and just wait for this message. Your Flutter project is ready. For Android Studio, there will be create new Flutter project in the main screen, like the screen which when you open your Android Studio and you get that screen. Just click on that create Flutter project and select the most basic template there, and then you will be on the same page as me. After creating your Flutter project, you will notice few things. First of all, you will notice this big and scary looking code which you will find very difficult to understand at first, but when we have better understanding of Flutter and widgets, it will be a very easy code to understand. And now, second thing, you will notice this folders which has been created along with your Flutter project, right? So this folders, you can easily ignore them for now as you are beginner and you're not going to mess with them a lot. The only folder you are interested in is this lib folder which contains all your Dart files. So for now, we have only our main.dart which has this scary looking code. Now we will have a test run for our app. So this code is basically created so you can have a test run of your app. So to have a test run, you can use either your real Android device with developers mode enabled, or you can use the emulator. If you have already set up your emulator, then you can press Ctrl Shift P, type in Flutter, and click on this launch emulator and select the emulator you want to run your app in. After the emulator is ready, first thing you would like to do is to arrange your Visual Studio and Android emulator in such a way that it will be easy for you to see the changes you make to the app while you are debugging it. After making those arrangements, you will be very excited to run your app. But before that, let me tell you just one more thing. If you click on the device name in which you are going to run your app, it will open the list of devices which are connected to your laptop or desktop in which you are developing the app, and you can select the device you really want to develop your app or test your app in, and then click on this run without debugging button. It will open some floating menu bar and you will notice that after launching it goes to building Gradle and then assembly debugging. Basically your app is been built. After building, it will get installed on your device and then you can see the app. So it will take a while, so I will see you when it's done for me. After the app launches, you will see that this app is not very interesting. It's just a plain app containing a counter which will increase when we click on this floating action button. Even though this app is very simple, it will teach you two concepts of Flutter. One is widget, which we will discuss in this video, and stateful and stateless widget, which we will cover in later video. Now, why are widgets important? Widgets are important because in the world of Flutter, everything you see on screen is widget. So basically this whole app is a widget. which contains another widget, and that widget contains another widget. So to understand that better, let us imagine a tree which has a root, which is again a widget. That root has a child node, again a widget, and that child node has children, which are again widgets. Now let us try to understand the concept of widget tree in the context of this app. So the function which is building this app is called this build function, which is of type widget. If you remember my Dart video, we have learned that the type of function tells what the function will return. So this function will return a widget, and this function is returning scaffold. So scaffold is a widget, and then the scaffold has children. One child is named app bar, which again returns an app bar, and then that app bar returns text. Now another child of scaffold is body, which contains a center, and that center contains another child column, and that column has two children text. One text is just you have pushed the button, and another text is counter, which is the value of the how many times you have pressed the button. And the scaffold has third child floating action button, which is returning this floating action button, which has this icon widget, this plus symbol. So now we will see this in the format of tree to understand it even better. Here is the visual representation of the tree. As we can see, root widget, that is scaffold, has three children: app bar, body, floating action button. App bar has one child title, and title has another child text. And similarly for body, it has center, center has column, column has two children, text and text. And floating button has icon. Basically, this is the basic widget tree. Not all apps are this simple. Well, we don't have to manually design this tree, so it's all right. But this was just to give you an idea how the layout or how the widget system work in the Flutter. Basically, you can nest one widget into another. Well, there are some rules, and we will learn about different widgets as we go on. So this is it for this video. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit that like button. And if you're new here, then consider subscribing. I will see you in my next video. Until next time, goodbye.